My honey and I have done a lot of traveling together since we met. But if you follow our channel, The Adventures of C&C, you will know that the last 4.5 years we have been mostly RV traveling. And you know something? We never forgot to take anything with us because everything was always packed in our RV. If you are an RVer, you will know that this is the beauty of RV traveling. Now we do international travel as well, but this is the first time we're taking an 8-month trip. International. What do we take with us? Follow us to find out. This is Cheryl with The Adventures of C&C.
Taking my chances along with my dreams.
I have to start off by saying I much rather pack living in this little house than when we lived into the RV, because when we were traveling international and I needed to pack luggage into the RV, I would just wait until a few days before we were leaving because the RV was small and I didn't have a lot of room to pack. So I would have to put it like in the living room. Stuff was all over, and yeah, stuff stresses me out. I have to have everything organized. So it's a lot easier packing for a big trip while we're into this house because I can just keep the stuff into the guest room and it's easier. As I remember things, I put it aside and get it ready to pack. So what do you take with you when you're going on an 8-month international trip? Well, we have been thinking about this, researching it, making checklists. Yes, I have to make a checklist so that I can remember everything. And also recommended items, people who have done this before. We have taken advice from them on stuff to take. So here are some of the things, some of the suggested things to take. A rain jacket. So we got very thin rain jackets. They fold up like really small. And this came highly recommended. We also have a small travel umbrella. One of the first and most important things on my list was to get these electrical adapters to switch electricity over. And we got these from Amazon. They had a lot of good reviews, and they have 3 different settings for all different countries. So I thought this was like the best choice, and I got one for each of us because it only has one 3-prong plug. It has 2 other plugs and some USBs here. We each have computers and chargers and all these things. I want to say it was like $25, and I got 2, one for each of us. Something else on my list, small binoculars, travel size binoculars. I bought these when we were going to Alaska. I use them all the time. I use them right here in my backyard, and I love them. Somebody suggested when you go on excursions to have binoculars, so that's one of the things onto my list. Towels, because we'll be doing a lot of beaching over into Thailand and those places. Now, I got Turkish towels. I started using Turkish towels when I lived in the RV, and I love them. My honey doesn't like them as much as terry cloth towels, but terry cloth takes up a lot of space, and these fold like really small. So I'm going to take the Turkish towels with me. I have like recyclable bag when we go to the market, and I pick like my tiniest folds up to nothing little recyclable bag to take with me. Something recommended was a first aid kit. Now I ordered this first aid kit from Amazon, but I'm wondering if I want to use all this space, for a first aid kit. If you have done a big trip like this, let me know in the comments if this is something you think I need, or I think I'm just going to take a few things out, like some band-aids and stuff like this. I don't have much nursing skills, so I mean there's scissors and all kinds of things in here. If Charles needs stitches or anything, I'm probably not going to be able to do it. So I have a feeling I'm just going to take a few things out of this first aid kit and not take this entire kit with me. But it does have like 250 items into it. I guess it's kind of small. I don't know. Let me know what you think about the first aid kit. One important thing I'm going to take with me, and you know I use these into the RV. This is my laundry detergent. And see, I travel with it when I go to the Caribbean. I take it with me. This little sheet washes alone and it can't spill into the luggage or anything. And I don't have to go out to look for laundry detergent. Even if I want to like hand wash some stuff at a hotel, it's like super convenient. So I have like 2 packs. I condense it to one and I'm taking this with me. For me, this is really important. Our passports, of course, are like the most important things, but that is, you don't even have to think about that. You know, when you're going international, your passports. I got these little bags for chargers. They're very light and I got one for each of us because this way we can we'll be moving around a lot, you know, moving from city to city, and we'll be living out of a suitcase for a long time. So I'm trying to make it as easy as possible to pack and unpack when we're there. And I got these travel cubes for Christmas from Charles's son Joey and Lily and family. We got these and they're super cool travel cubes because I can separate all my clothes into it. Like I have all my shirts in here, and you know I love Shein stuff. I've shared this before, and these shirts, these Shein shirts, these roll up to like barely anything. Look how tiny this is. So I could fit like 12 shirts in here. Yes, I said 12. You know, I like to change a lot, so I do have to, you know, not just carry a couple t-shirts. And so I have 12 shirts in here. Now, as far as long pants, I'm going to travel with a jean because jeans takes up more space, and I'm going to take one extra jean with me. I don't want to take too many long pants. It's going to be hot when we're going first to Dubai, Vietnam, and Thailand. All that area is going to be hot. Now, when we get to Europe into the fall, it will be getting chillier. So I am taking some jeans and some long pants. But I bought these when I was going to Alaska as well. They're great. They keep you warm, but they keep you cool when it's too hot. They're good rain pants, and they roll up to barely anything. They were always RV friendly and one of my favorites. So I'm taking like pants like this. Besides this, I'm taking like my workout pants, you know, my leggings and bicycle shorts with my pockets for the phone. So I have like, I guess 4 long pants in total, and I have like 6 shorts. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shorts, because I figure I'll be changing shirts more than shorts and stuff like that. I am taking like a warmer shirt, not it's a hoodie, but it's not super thick. And I will put the things that I'm not going to use all the time. I bought these vacuum seal bags to pack like this, and a towel and rain jacket and things like this, so that it'll take up less room into my suitcase. So I'm going to put all these things in here. I'm also taking an extra backpack with me. This backpack folds up to barely anything, and when I get there I can use this for hiking and the beach and excursions and stuff like that, because what I'm traveling with is this. I bought this special for the trip, and it has like a place in the back where I can keep, you know, my cash and credit cards, and it's totally safe. And then in the front, I even keep my camera in here sometimes, my small DJI that I'm shooting this onto right now, so I can't show you, but I keep this in here. And these zips pull up one side, and then it has a latch, like a hook that you can hook it closed, so it's very safe, and you can't cut the straps. It's from Foldy. So this is what I'm traveling with, but it won't be big enough like when we're going to the beach and stuff. So I'm taking this extra backpack with me. And what we are doing is we're each going to have one check-in, and we don't have the largest size suitcase. We have the 24-inch. I discovered a long time ago that the very large size, you end up paying overweight into. When I go to the Caribbean, I take this 24-inch. It works perfect. I've never paid overweight with it. And I've been measuring, and it pretty much holds like everything I need. So my personal item is going to be this tote. And what I like to travel with this tote because I can put my water bottle in here. I always take a jacket and a scarf with me on the plane because it's usually cold. And this flight is 14 and a half hours from Miami to Dubai. So we want to be super comfortable. We don't want to be cold onto the plane. So I take this in my tote. And usually what I do on the plane is put my, little fanny pack in here, my jacket, my charger, my phone, my cameras. I put all those things into this tote bag. And one recommended thing was a hat, a cap. I have one of each. I have a hat and a cap. I really like hats. And what I like about this one is it folds completely up and it opens back just fine. So I'll probably put it in my luggage because it's a little bit annoying when it's hanging from the bag. But I did buy these to travel with. They're super cute. My friend Donna introduced me to them. And you can just snap your caps right on here, your hats right on here. In fact, when I've been traveling to the Caribbean, I've had several people ask me, and I've recommended these little clips. And yes, you can get it on Amazon. What I'm going to take with me as my carry-on is this. I call it my office, and this is my office because this is like the most important thing. This is where I will have my work computer and my YouTube computer and all my electronics right here in this bag. And because it gets heavy, I got this like a year ago, and it has the handle. So instead of using it as a backpack, I can use it as a backpack, but I always, pull it along. And to make it easier, because I don't like to carry stuff, this, I just pull right on here. And this way I have like no weight on my back or my arms or anything. So we will each have a check-in. We will have, my honey has the same thing. He has a carry-on and I have a personal item. So this is what we will be taking to travel for the next 8 months. This is what we'll be living out of. And I know that you can buy stuff over there, but I don't want to, as soon as I get there, to be looking for pharmacies, for toiletries and those things. So I'm trying to check off everything that I need. 2 recommended things was sunscreen, which I have, and repellent, insect repellent. So those were 2 very important things that we got. I got all my toiletries in here, like ready to go. I have all my stuff separated by cubes. So I have my swimsuits into a cube, my pants in one, my shorts in one. I also have this beach bag. I got this from Shein. Takes up like no space at all. But if we're just going to the beach or packing a picnic, we can take something like this along. Here's something I got. Hang on. I got this dress. It's a conservative dress, so that when I go to visit the mosque, and so because I don't want to go with shorts and tank tops and stuff like that. And I also have a scarf that I will keep in my bag at all times, so that when we visit mosques and temples, I won't have any issues. And this, yes, you guessed it, it came from Shein. It's very thin. It like rolls up to barely anything. So besides my pants, my shorts, my tops, my swimsuits, I have some pajamas, my undies. The only other thing I'm going to take with me is some dresses. Now these are sundresses that I can go out in the daytime, and I can put on a jacket and go out to dinner at night with it. But they're cool because, like I said before, it's going to be hot over there. These are all from Shein. The material is super thin. This one wasn't from Shein. This is one of my favorites. This is a wrap dress, but this folds up to barely anything. So besides the stuff I showed you already, these are the only other things I'm taking. And I think that pretty much, checks off like everything on my list. Oh yeah, and something very important, shoes. I have my favorite shoes, my hike footwear. They're super comfy. I even bought inserts for them. I have them in black and white because last year was buy one, get one. So I have shoes, I bought new flip-flops, I have some sandals that are like a little bit dressier. So shoes take up a lot of room and I don't want to take too many shoes. So I'm taking these, my flip-flops. Hang on. And I'm probably going to be traveling with my Crocs because they're super comfy and they take up too much room in the suitcase. So I rather just travel with them. I can travel with socks, you know, and the airport is really easy, take them off. And yeah, socks is on my list as well. So I think I kind of like covered everything now. If you have any ideas, if you think I forgot anything, let me know in the comments if you have any suggestions of anything I need to take or anything I don't need to take, because I want to have everything, but I don't want to overpack because I don't want to be wasteful and be dragging stuff around that I don't really need. So let me know in the comments what you think about the stuff that I'm taking, if I need everything or if I don't need everything. What was that? Did you ask when we're leaving? We actually have no ideas yet because the transaction on the RV still is not complete. So you'll have to stay tuned next week and keep your fingers crossed for us that by next week we will be able to share with you when we are leaving. But thank you guys for watching until the end. I hope you find this video helpful, and if you know anybody that's traveling on a long trip, maybe these are some good tips for them, and we will see you next week.